Just over 3 hours, the founder of Casa Ruby is expected back in federal court. Casa Ruby was a lifeline for many in our LGBTQ plus community.
The nonprofit's founder, Ruby Corado, is facing federal charges now of wire fraud and money laundering. Prosecutors allege that Corado misused pandemic relief funds. Marcella Robertson is live outside the district court. And Marcella, Corado is expected to plead guilty.
Yeah, good morning to you both. According to court records, Corado is expected to plead guilty, enter a guilty plea as part of a plea agreement that is set for 10 o'clock this morning inside U.S. District Court. And that is when we expect to learn more about the specifics of this exact plea agreement. Now, as you mentioned, some serious allegations. Corado is accused of taking that pandemic relief money on behalf of Casa Ruby and then funneling it into her own personal accounts. A little bit of background about how we got here to this place to begin with. Corado operated Casa Ruby for 10 years. As you mentioned, this was a lifeline for a lot of LGBTQ plus youth in our community. It provided transitional housing for them and other resources, and it operated strictly on public donations and grants from the D.C. government. Now, federal prosecutors say during the pandemic, Corado applied for this taxpayer relief, saying she needed the money to pay dozens of her employees. But instead, prosecutors say Corado transferred close to $300,000 of that money into a personal account in El Salvador. Corado initially fled the country, but the FBI arrested her in March of this year back here in Maryland. Really, this hearing, though, this is just one part of Corado's legal troubles. In a separate lawsuit filed in November 2022, D.C.'s Attorney General accused Corado of violating D.C. law by not paying workers all of their wages. Court filings say Casa Ruby received more than $9 million in grants from the D.C. government from the time that it was operating, from 2016 to 2022, when the center then stopped its operations. The case argues that despite that money and all of those grants, that the charity was behind on both rent and payroll. Again, back to this court case here in U.S. District Court that is expected to start at 10 o'clock this morning. Corado has been on 24-hour home detention, waiting for a trial in this case, which again we now expect to end in a plea agreement. But a judge last month did grant her 4 hours a week to step outside, get some fresh air. Again, that hearing set for 10 o'clock this morning. We'll be inside the courtroom and we'll bring you the very latest. Allison.
All right, and we look forward to the latest. Marcella, thank you so much.